Thank you, Ray.
That's okay. When you talk about it, I'll bring it up.
I'm going to do it after just about. Cool.
Fine, whatever. When I hear it, I'll bring it up. We have Nigunim.
Yeah, bye bim bim bam. Yeah, bye bim bam. Yeah, bye bim bim bam. Yeah, bye bim bam. Ay ay da 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 da. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Ay ay da da da. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Ay 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 ay. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Ay ay da da da. Yeah da 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 bim bam. Ay ay da da da. Yeah da 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 bim bam. Yeah da 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 da. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Yeah da da bim bim bam. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Yeah da da bim bim bam. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Ay ay da 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 da. Yeah da da yeah bim bam. Yeah da 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 da. Yeah da da yeah bim bam.
Short and sweet.
You can just use the microphone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My name is Leslie Berger. I am co-president of the temple with David Youngman until tomorrow, who's at the one of the tech people. Tomorrow is fireworks. If you haven't already signed up to help, please check with Mike Kravitz. The truck is coming between 6 and 7 a.m. to help unpack the truck. So if you're willing and able, it's at the Seder Brothers parking lot. Be there. The new Sisterhood board will be installed tonight. And thank you for sponsoring the Onig this evening. And there's a food basket outside. No, I guess there's a food basket coming. I don't know. The new beacon is available online. Please read it. Rabbi Len will be starting tomorrow, but won't be available until July 11th. And his first Shabbat service will be July 14th with a special Onig. So please join us and meet and wear your name tags. For Rabbi Mark's memory book, we left some names off inadvertently for those that saw the memory book. And we apologize, especially to Ben and Hannah Green, Lila Fenton Strouth, Ella Mainick, and Elena Cienfuegos. Okay, and the final Shabbat service for Rabbi Mark and Cantor Stacey is tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight. Tonight. Thank you both for leading the service tonight, and to Dr. Ray for the music. Thank you. Thanks to our tech team, Phil Carey, David Youngman, and Chris Jastrock, and of course Susan for running the chat on YouTube. Thanks to our ushers Eileen McNella and Sergio Sanchez Guzman, and the emergency exits are Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you very much, Leslie. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and thank you for joining the Cantor and I. It's been a long run. We've had 15 years and 1 year with our Cantor Stacey. I'm grateful to all of you who are here tonight, those of you viewing us from the comfort of your home and PJs and pizza and a glass of wine. As one of our congregants used to tell me, I watch you every Friday in my PJs with a glass of wine. So now would be a great time to make sure you've got some challah, candles, a bissel of your favorite Shabbat beverage so you can join in the blessings when we do them here. You'll be able to do them there, and we'll be kind of like this symbiotic thingy. In addition, we have Shabbat greetings from Jeff and Wilma Shear, Rita and Bob Rubin, and Ted and Noel Singer. I wish to acknowledge that Ted and Noel are with us this evening, as is Rita and her daughter Sue, as is Jeff and Wilma. Jeff is a past president of our congregation. Rita is a board member. Thank you all for your continued support of the Shabbat greetings, something we started during our lockdown pandemic days. Remember those? Thank heavens those are over. And a shout out to Dina and Chris. Really, 49. Not bad. Well done. Well done, guys. And another Shabbat greeting from Flo. That's very sweet. Thank you, Rabbi Mark and Cantor Stacey, for your commitment to Temple Beth Or. Wish you much happiness and success in your next endeavor. Absolutely. Our live flowers here that you see, sponsored by Ted Levoud in honor of Terry's birthday. That's a good way to keep things peaceful at the home, Ted. Good job, good job. And also virtual flowers. So those of you joining us at home, hey, there you are, both of them. And of course, our oneg, hosted by our Sisterhood this evening in honor of their installation. And I guess, in a way, my last official act as the rabbi of the congregation. So I brought the power tools. It should only be momentarily painful, all right? Right, we'll give you a lot of Kiddush wine beforehand, and that way it'll go very smoothly. I am grateful to all of our participants in this evening's service. Many of you have already received a service booklet. Thank you very much. I thank you in advance. What will happen is there's a page in there that says read, and that's when you come up and you read, and I'd suggest coming up the page before. So when we get to the page before you're reading, we don't need services. You'll find the words on the screen there. The rest of us won't need, but that way we'll keep things flowing. Those of you who read my Beacon article, I invited people to share some of their favorite readings, some of the readings that we'd been putting together for our services that sort of tickled their fancy or made them think a little differently about our services, and many of you responded. I was able to include all of the recommendations. So tonight's service is kind of like a top hits service. These are some of the more favorite readings of Amcha, of you all, and it seems like an excellent way for us to conclude our time together by sharing the readings and the thoughts and meditations that you have found so helpful and fulfilling over our years. With that, I invite Jeff Shear, I believe. Harry. Sorry, Harry's our first reading. Sorry. Harry is our first reading for this evening. Harry Jacobs, thank you.
We give thanks to you, O God, for this Shabbat day, which brings us together as a community of faith and hope. For the holiness of Shabbat, which can lead us to fulfill the best that is in us, we give thanks. For the memories of Shabbat, enriched by generations of our people who observed it, and from it drew courage to face hardship and light to banish darkness, we are grateful. We offer thanks for the peace of Shabbat, the day consecrated to family love. Our God, our turning to you lifts up our humanity. You are the joy of our life, the source of its greatness, its power, and its beauty. Help us, O God, to find inspiration for the coming week. Help us to find peace within ourselves and one another.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaShoret, Malachei HaShoret, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh, Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Marchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Hayom, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Setchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
I invite Ted and Terry Levoot to join us here on the Bima as we make ready for lighting of our Shabbat candles, and invite Terry to share in the reading over our Shabbat candles.
As we kindle these Sabbath lights, let us be moved by their light to bring light to those who dwell in darkness. Let us be moved by the warmth and glow of these lights, so that we might be a source of compassion to those facing struggles. And may these lights inspire us to the acts of justice and peace for all.
Do it together with Ted. Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And in English. Terry can read it.
Okay. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, source of all being, who calls us to holy acts through mitzvot, and inspires us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Terry, as you know, pardon me a moment. Oh, yes, we don't like to let these occasions go by unacknowledged. We have official paperwork that is logged here in the American Jewish Archives in Cincinnati so that we might commemorate this day and the occasion that we are gathering together. God of days and years, author of life, we thank you for the blessings of life and for all that enriches our lives. We gather today to share in the happiness of Terry Levoot in celebration of her birthday. May I say it? You may. 83rd birthday. Mazel tov. May Terry be blessed with health and happiness and with strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. With your presence at her side, may Terry be blessed to see her world in her lifetime. May Terry's heart act wisely, her lips speak wisdom, and her tongue whisper songs, something I'm sure Ted says happens every day. May her vision always be towards the future, her eyes shine with the light of Torah, and her face glow like the splendor of the heavens. May Terry be blessed with wholeness, contentment, peace, and above all with shalom. Celebrated this 11th day of Tammuz, the 30th day of June, in the presence of your congregation, Temple Beth Or, signed by myself, our cantor, our presidents, Leslie and David. It is my pleasure to present you our world-famous birthday certificate as we join together in our Shehechianu blessing, acknowledging the joy of this day and thanking God for giving us life, for sustaining us, and for enabling us to celebrate with Terry on her 83rd birthday.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Mazel tov, Terry.
Mazel tov.
This, nope.
Nope.
The last birthday certificate, yes. It is the last birthday certificate.
Oh, sadness. You lucky girl.
Go out and have it bronzed.
I might have it laminated.
Okay. Yeah. And we continue with our service.
May our prayers be spoken with sincerity and with truth. May our prayers be uttered in humility, acknowledging our frailty and our need for sustaining strength. May our prayers be offered in gratitude for the blessings we've experienced, too numerous to be counted. May we firmly resolve to take the words of our prayers with us and permit them to guide our actions in the week ahead. May our prayers speak words of hope to the discouraged, cheer to the distressed, solace to the bereaved, and kindness to all. May our prayers reflect not only our needs, but also the needs of others and the needs of our people. May our prayers challenge us to become all that we are capable of being.
We can't pray that you make our lives free of problems. This won't happen, and it's probably just as well. We can't ask you to make us and those we love immune to disease, because you can't do that. We can't ask you to weave a magic spell around us so that bad things will only happen to other people and never to us. But people who pray for courage, for strength to bear the unbearable, for the grace to remember what they have left instead of what they have lost, very often find their prayers answered. They discover that they have more strength, more courage than they ever knew themselves to have.
We continue with the words of our Baruch Hu. Let us rise as we are able for our call to worship. Please be seated. Do I have you down for the Hebrew too, or just the English? Oh, okay, great.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים, בחכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה. אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבים. As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For the twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. We are all twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. We are many identities and loves, many genders and none. We are in between roles, as the intersection of histories or between place and place. We are crossroads paths of memory and destination. Streaks of light swirled together. We are both, neither and all. May the sacred in-between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May this in-between light illuminate our way to the God who transcends all categories and definitions. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted up into this twilight. We cannot always define. We can always say a blessing.
You, the one from whom on different paths all of us have come, to whom on different paths all of us are going. Make strong in our hearts what unites us. Help us to build bridges across all that divides us. United, help us to rejoice in our diversity, at one in our witness to you, your peace, a rainbow of your glory.
You don't know what to say, then listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all of your might. Write them, learn them, teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malechuto Le'olam. Listen, listen to our God. Listen, listen to our God.
We may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Did we miss someone? No one got this one? Okay. Hurt people hurt people. That's how pain patterns get passed on generation after generation. Break the chain. Meet anger with sympathy. Meet contempt with compassion. Meet cruelty with kindness. Greet grimaces with smiles. Forgive and forget about finding fault. Love. Love. Love is the weapon of the future. Oh, really? You got this one? You got this one?
Yes, I did.
That's a good one.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you.
Doubting is but the forefront of a faith in the infinite growth of an unbounded creation. A doubting age is one of restlessness and discontent with what is current. A doubt is an idea that is still alive. To doubt that the past has uncovered all things is to express faith that many things are still to be uncovered. To doubt that we have grown to our full stature and knowledge is to express faith that we may develop into beings of such power and dignity that we cannot as yet imagine what shall be.
La 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 ונאמר כיפת אדוני יעקב, ויעלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל, אמן.
From the cowardice that shrinks from new truth, from the laziness that is content with half-truths, from the arrogance that thinks it knows all truth, O God of truth, deliver us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
We'll read responsively. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace, but teach us that peace means more than required.
Remind us that if we are to be at peace at night, we must take heed how we live by day.
Grant us the peace that comes from honest dealing, so that no fear of discovery will haunt our sleep.
Rid us of resentments and hatreds that rob us of the peace we crave.
Liberate us from enslaving habits that disturb us and give us no rest.
May we inflict no pain, bring no shame, and seek no profit by another's loss.
May we so live that we can face the whole world with serenity.
May we feel no remorse at night for what we have done during the day.
May we lie down in peace tonight and awaken tomorrow to a richer and fuller life. Baruch atah Adonai, aporesh sukas shalom, olenu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim.
The world has our hands, but the soul belongs to someone else. To set apart a day, a week, a day on which we would not use the instruments so easily turned into weapons of destruction. A day for being with ourselves, a day on which we stop worshiping the idols of technical civilization, a day on which we use no money, a day of armistice in the economic struggle with our neighbors and with the forces of nature. Is there any institution that holds out a greater hope for human progress than the Sabbath?
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. Your turn. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. מקדש שבי, מקדש שבי, כולם יספרו ויתענגו, יספרו ויתענגו מטובך. תשמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג.
חמדת ימים אותו קראת, חמדת ימים אותו קראת, זכר למעשה בראשית, זכר למעשה בראשית.
ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. ישמחו במלכותך שומרי שבת וקוראי עונג. יפה, יפה.
תודה רבה. Someone get this one? Nope.
Give it to Peggy.
No, they got one coming up next. Okay. You know, trying to throw this together, there may have been a few missed. Let us invoke our ancestors, both the spiritual and the genetic, for we are the sole reason for their existence. Let us invoke the children and their children, for they are the sole reason for our existence. Let us invoke the mountains and the rivers and this great planet Earth and acknowledge the intimacy and the codependency with all things, sentient and insentient. Let us reflect that the gift of life is more fragile than the dewdrops on the tips of the morning grasses. And then let us vow and let us promise. Let us promise to heal and to nourish. Let us vow to love and to share. Let us vow to alleviate suffering and bondage. And let us vow to manifest peace and joy with wisdom and with compassion.
Okay. A toddler thinks that she cannot walk, but she will. A child fears he will never swim, but he will. Many of our limitations in life are more perceived than real. It is only ghosts which are holding us back. In Hebrew, the word for lips is the same word as for banks, as in river banks. The banks of a river sets its course, establishes its boundaries, and defines its limitations. When we say Adonai Sifatai Tifa, Adonai, open my lips, where you're also saying, Adonai, help me to see beyond my perceived limitations.
Excellent. Handled it like a pro. We continue with the words of our tefillah, and I invite us to rise as we are able. Sfatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha, Adonai, sfatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Anora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Koneh Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imachot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei V'Nechem, L'Ma'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah, Rav Lehoshia, Morid Hatal, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim, Verofech Oholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Milchamo Habal Givurot, Umino Melech, Melech Memid, Umechayeh, Umatzliach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yachalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We may be seated. Thank you, Howard. Right here? Yeah, just the next page.
If I had my life to live over again, I'd dare to make more mistakes next time. I'd relax, I'd limber up, I'd be sillier than I have been this trip. I would take fewer things seriously. I would take more chances. I would eat more ice cream and less beans. I would perhaps have more actual troubles, but fewer imaginary ones. You see, I'm one of those people who was sensible and sane, hour after hour, day after day. Oh, I've had my moments, and if I had to do it over again, I'd have more of them. In fact, I'd try nothing else, just moments, one after another, instead of living so many years ahead of each day. I've been one of those persons who never goes anywhere without a thermometer, a hot water bottle, a raincoat, a parachute. If I could do it again, I would travel lighter than I have. If I had to live my life over, I would start barefoot earlier in the spring and stay that way later in the fall. I would go to more dances. I would ride more merry-go-rounds. I would pick more daisies. As Gandhi stepped aboard a train one day, one of his shoes slipped off and landed on the track. He was unable to retrieve it as the train was moving, to the amazement of his companions. Gandhi calmly took off his other shoe and threw it back along the track to land close to the first. Asked by a fellow passenger why he did so, Gandhi smiled. The poor man finds the shoe lying on the track. He replied, "We'll now have a pair he can use."
The holiness of this day is not for all this day alone. We must make it overflow into all our minutes to hallow our weekdays from these sacred moments, and hour by hour, make the world a sanctuary where every human soul may be at home.
When we hear one another, there will be peace in the world. When we understand one another, there will be peace in the world. When we love one another, there will be peace in the world. Yeh shalom. Learn those. Yeh shalom ba'olam. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom. We believe in one another. There will be peace in the world. When we work with one another, there will be peace in the world. When we learn from one another, there will be peace in the world. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom ba'olam. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom. When we believe that peace will come, we can see the beauty in everyone. When we believe that peace can be, we are children of one family. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom ba'olam. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom ba'olam. Yeh shalom. Yeh shalom.
May the Eternal One who blesses all life bless and strengthen all of us who struggle against illness. May those whose lives are touched by illness be blessed with faith, courage, love, and caring. May we experience the support and the sustenance of family, friends. Is this your part?
No, I had the last one.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry.
Save me one.
May we experience the support and sustenance of family, friends, companions, and community. May we be granted restful nights and days of comfort. We pray for refuah shlema, precious moments of healing and a sense of wholeness in body and in soul. May those who care for the sick with their hands, their voices, and their hearts be blessed with courage and stamina. May those who pursue healing through medical knowledge and skill be blessed with insight, patience, and compassion. May all of us, the sick and the well together, find courage and hope. I invite you to share aloud the name of a loved one that you would like to include in our prayers for healing. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, O God, who helps us bring hope and healing to those in need.
Mi shepera avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim Mi shemerach avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim Ena refana la Ena refana la Please heal them Ena refana la Ena refana lo Mi shevera avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim
I just sit over there, but here I am. I need the minyan where my voice is carried by others. I need those voices to strengthen my own, which is plagued with doubt, disbelief, and despair. But there is a moment in every service when the davening and singing cease, and there are no responsive readings to guide the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts. Then it is just me alone with my thoughts. I ponder the vastness of the universe and how God does not seem to care about what happens to one collection of cells and organs that are destined to return to dust. In that eerie silence, I am gripped with an existential crisis. I contemplate how tefillah calls out to Jews to find our better selves, even though there are no guarantees about this world or the next. Tefillah forces us to reckon with hard truths. We suffer from ailments and frustrations. We often fail to live up to our best selves. We are blind to opportunities to pursue justice. I struggle to pray to a God that I cannot understand in a world that evades my comprehension. Abraham called out and God responded, "Here I am." When I call out in the silence, I cannot hear God's response. But in the quiet of the silent prayer, I reflect on how I have been blessed. I am thankful for the wealth of family and friends. I am thankful for my body that allows me to feel the sunshine on my face. I am thankful
for this wonderful country that has fed my family and lets us live in peace. Despite my daily complaints, those peaceful moments provide meaning and clarity about just how lucky I am. I also contemplate how so many lack what I take for granted. And then I pray for the strength to join in the work of Tikkun Olam and the wisdom to learn how to extend these blessings to all who seek them.
To those whose parts were missed, my apologies, but thank you for being willing and ready to step up. We take a moment for silent meditation or such other prayer as the heart may prompt. We are gifts and we are blessings. We are history and song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ledor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Lador Vador, these lips will praise your name. Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed and we are holy. We are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. Sing with me. Ledor vador nagid godlecha. Ledor vador we protect this chain. From generation to generation, Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. my gift to you. You know what they say about Jews? You can always tell the difference between Jews, English, people British, and Americans. The British will say goodbye and promptly leave. Americans will say goodbye as they are leaving. And Jews say goodbye and never leave. How many times can we say goodbye? We can't. We say lihitraot. We say our paths will cross again. We say au revoir. We say we will see each other again. But like all good things, there comes an end. And every new beginning, I learned from the rock band Seismonics, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And so this is the ending of a beginning that we began 15 years ago, but it is also a new beginning for this congregation. And that's why we don't say goodbye. That's why we say shalom. We say lihitraot. Our paths will yet cross again, and we will see each other again. I have enjoyed my years with you and serving you, and I wish for you and your families in this congregation much success, much satisfaction, and much shalom. It was really hard to find words with S's. And that we go from strength to strength is what we say. Before we install Sisterhood, I would like to invite Barry Davis and Sydney Bennett to the bima for a quick blessing. And then we will turn to Sisterhood and install them, and then move to the conclusion of our service. For those of you who don't know, Barry Davis and Sydney Bennett are engaged and are going to be getting married. And in keeping with our paper trail certificates, we have a certificate for you. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov. Good signs and congratulations. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob, Rachel and Leah, bless this groom-to-be, Barry Davis, and this bride-to-be, Sydney Bennett, who will be joined in marriage under the chuppah. O Holy One of blessing, may their hearts always be open to your guidance on life's journey, and may their union reveal undiscovered blessings. May Barry and Sydney build a mikdash ma'at, a home that is a sanctuary from life's storms, built on devotion to each other, to learning, to community, and to you. May their love inspire and bless their family, their friends, the community of Israel, and the entire human family. Celebrated this day in Tammuz, the 30th day of June, signed by myself, our Cantor, and our co-presidents, Leslie Berger and David Youngman. I present to you a certificate of your engagement as we join in Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov, a little song to return them to their seats as we wish you all truly congratulations.
Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Yelanu. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Siman Tov u'Mazel Tov u'Mazel Tov and Siman Tov. Yelanu.
And now to our sisterhood. When I first encountered Temple Beth Or Sisterhood 15 years ago, when I started in the summer, I was somewhat taken aback by what had been a sisterhood regular adventure of turning Temple Beth Or into a rummage sale warehouse. Imagine the surprise in the new rabbi's eyes who walks in, getting ready to adjust into the building and to find one of the classrooms literally stuffed to where you can just get the door open. Mounds like refugees had dropped off things here as they fled fire and earthquake and smoke. And then, that was just the beginning. The fun was to see the social hall turned into a Goodwill store. Racks and racks of all kinds of stuff. Good heavens, Sisterhood, you have done a lot for the temple, without a doubt. And although I kid about those rummage sales, they were very successful early on. And when they finally came to an end, we had people coming to our door wanting to look for the rummage sale. There were a few, not enough to bring it back, believe me. There were like 2 people who stopped in wanting to know about the rummage sale. So without our sisterhood, we would be certainly a poorer organization. Our Torah mantles are thanks to our sisterhood. Indeed, one of the previous Torahs was a gift from the sisterhood. Their assistance with our religious school and our students is unsurpassed, and their support of our congregation and all the activities they do, including wintertime gift wrapping, which is, yes, a fundraiser, but hey, it's also a community service. So, there's a lot you ladies do, and I am truly grateful. I want to take this opportunity and acknowledge our Sisterhood past presidents. Here you see their names. We've had quite a few over the years. The asterisks there indicate that they served double duties. A lot of these names are familiar to many of you. Some of them are not at all familiar to me, especially the first column until we get to Sylvia Williger. Those names, unfortunately, I did not have the opportunity to get to know. I wish to invite up our current Sisterhood board, which consists of our president, Joanne Kotkin, Leslie Berger, the executive vice president, Milet Sirlin, vice president of membership, Marcy Levins and Elisa Rose, who are VP of religion, Rita Rubin, programs, Susan Winston, Ways and Means, Alyssa Heth, youth and education, Carol Brennan, secretary, Eileen McNella, financial secretary, Donna Berglis Hess, treasurer, and Cher Kritchmar, our past president. These ladies have been leading our sisterhood for this past year, facing the post-pandemic realities, and have done such a wonderful job. It is my pleasure to invite Joanne Kotkin to say a few words. Ladies, if you'd like to have a seat, feel free to do so.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you to the tech guys, Ray and Cantor Stacey. Cantor, thank you for your contribution to our Sisterhood Shabbat services. Rabbi, thank you for all that you've done for Sisterhood over the years. You've informed and entertained us as a speaker at several of our Sisterhood general meetings, enhanced our special Shabbat services, and supported our events. This was a great year of Sisterhood with fun events like bingo, our 2 wonderful Shabbat services, a temple-wide field trip to the Auschwitz Museum, and funding the implementation and maintenance of Shul Cloud. It was a joy and privilege to serve as president this year. We had a full board this year, with several being first-time members. These were Carol Brennan, Elisa Rose, Marcy Levins, and Susan Winston. You brought new ideas and were a great addition to the board. Thank you to Rita Rubin, Mila Tsirian, Eileen McNellen, and Alyssa Hess for continuing on the board and all that you bring to the table. I'd like to give a big thank you to Leslie Berger, Donna Bergla Hess, Cher Kritchmar, and Susan Carey for your many, many years of service. These women have consistently served on the board or a committee for 8+ years, and Susan and Leslie for even longer. I think, Leslie, you said 20 over 20 years on the board. Yeah, a long time. We wouldn't have such a strong, successful sisterhood if it wasn't for all the board members that came before us. If you served on the board in the past, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, and as immediate past president, I'll be reaching out to you next year to see if you would like to return to the board. So remember, we don't have a general meeting next month, and we will be planning a fun-filled year for you in the meantime. Thank you. Okay.
As past Sisterhood president for I don't know how many times now.
I counted over 8.
It is my honor to give you an outgoing gift from your board to say thank you, thank you, thank you for stepping up and taking the lead in this year. And we so appreciate how you have led us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, as we know, there's nothing like not having meetings. And so the 22-23 board, ladies, please know that you are now free. There are no meetings on your calendar. You can delete all of them for now, for at least a moment, because we want to install the Sisterhood Board of 2023-24, which include Leslie Berger, Milet Sierlin, Alyssa Hess, and Eileen McNella. Eileen, are you here? Would you join? Oh, there. She's here already. Great. Rita Rubin, Penny Levoot, and Cher Kritchmar. Penny, if you would join us, please. Victoria Jacobs. Victoria, if you would join us, please. Donna Hess. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. Well, you can see their officers. And Joanne Kotkin, past president. And that means that Carol and, well, Joanne, you have to say you're on past president.
Yes.
But that means, Carol, you can return to your seat.
But
first,
Carol, before you.
Thank you very much. It's a notebook to take secretarial minutes.
When we met for the Sisterhood service, I spent a little time with Proverbs 31. I want to spend a little time with Proverbs 31 again, and I want to take issue with the translation. Eshet Chayil mi yimtza. What a rare find is this Eshet Chayil. Normally, this has been translated as a woman of valor, or a capable wife, or a virtuous woman, an excellent woman, efficient woman, or woman of wealth. Really? Is Proverbs trying to say that such a woman is a rare find? In that they don't exist? That there's so few of them? Well, our sisterhood has certainly proved that Proverbs wrong, and I do not believe that that is the intent of what a rare find of mi yimtza. And Eshet Chayil is not a woman of valor or a capable wife or these things. No, an Eshet Chayil is a woman of strength, of might, of wealth, of army. Eshet Chayil is a warrior woman. And as women, you guys know you've had to fight your way through our society. And as the women of our sisterhood, you know you need to continue fighting not only for women, but for children and for the advancement of what the values that we hold near and dear. And so, again, Proverbs, this what a rare find is Solomon, who's supposedly the author of Proverbs, is he saying that this type of a woman is a rare find? No, I don't think that's the implication of this mi yimtza, this Hebrew. Yes, it means who can find, but I think that a much better translation would be that it is, that not this rare find, but rather that such a woman is beyond compare. That a woman of strength, a woman of ability, a mighty woman, a forceful woman, a resourceful woman, a warrior woman, that this is a woman that is beyond compare. There may be many, but not all. And women who rise to that degree are truly a glorious find. And this is what you bring to the sisterhood. You are Nashim Chayalot. You are warrior women who are going to move sisterhood forward. All of the Jewish organizations are having to redefine themselves in this post-pandemic world, and we are going to need warrior women and warrior men if we are going to create and keep our vibrant communities going in the future. And so I say, not what a rare find it is, but it is truly beyond compare that you women, for as long as you have, as long as you are, as long as you continue to serve on the board, are doing that. And Temple Beth Or is greater because of that. And so on behalf of Temple Beth Or, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 23-24 board of our sisterhood. Ladies, if you will please stand, rise, as I know you are all able. The warrior women that you are, consider yourselves duly installed as leaders of sisterhood. Put those meetings back on your calendar and go get them. Go get them, girls. Thank you. You're welcome. A special blessing, not only for our ladies, but as the Cantor and I are concluding our time with you, a blessing that, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, no, you're coming up next. Yeah, you're next. Okay. A special blessing, yes, yeah, we're good. Yeah. A special blessing that the Cantor would like to share with us all. Yeah, done. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, did you want to say anything?
Okay, first of all, I am so grateful for the opportunity to be here, and I've got nothing but joy, and it was really a great joy to work with the Rabbi Mark Goldfarb. Such, right? All that in a bag of chips. And get to sing with Dr. Ray, cool on the keyboards, and be made to look better than I could possibly have hoped by the tech team. Thank you very much. David, Chris, and Phil, thank you very much. And everybody, you guys all have a heart of gold. And I got nothing but joy because I got the opportunity to meet you guys, and we'll see you again. Yitro, indeed. Thank you. And such joy, really beautiful. Indeed. And we have a gift also. I've got a gift also. Thank you. Yeah. Do we have words? Okay. May the one who blessed our fathers, may the one who blessed our mothers, bless us too, this holy congregation. Misha berach avoteinu, Misha berach imoteinu, hu yivarech et kol hakachal hakadosh hazeh. Misha berach avoteinu, Misha berach imoteinu, hu yivarech et kol hakachal hakadosh us what we are. Those who give funds for heat and light, those who give help to the stranger and poor, your sons and your daughters, your family is yet to be. May you know the blessings of peace. Misheberach Avotenu, Misheberach Imotenu, Uyevarech et kol hakahal hakadosh hazeh. Bless them with refuah shlema, heal our hearts and souls, bring back their spirits and strength, shower you all with good health and life, and let us say, Amen. Amen. Misheberach Avotenu, Misheberach Imotenu, Uyevarech et kol hakachal hakadosh hazeh. Misheberach Avotenu, Misheberach Imotenu, Uyevarech et kol hakachal hakadosh hazeh. Thank you, Dr. Ray.
I could have added you too. Sorry.
No worry. I'm going to give now.
Sorry. Okay, so Noel and Ted Singer wanted to thank the tech team for keeping our community engaged during the pandemic with streaming and Zoom. So they had these plaques made in their honor. One for Rabbi Mark.
Here, I'll bring them up. You stand there. You stand there. Come on. You stand there. Okay. Here's Chris. Who do you want first? Chris? Me? Okay.
One for Rabbi Mark. And what it says is, the congregation of Temple Beth Or wishes to honor and recognize Rabbi Dr. Mark Goldfarb for sustained extraordinary accomplishment during the COVID-19 isolation. We thank you for your time and technical expertise that helped our membership to remain spiritually connected during the pandemic of 2020 to 2023.
Wow. Thank you.
And there's one for, who's next?
Chris.
Chris. Says the same thing. But it says Chris on it.
And David.
And one for David.
Nice.
And, oh, one for Phil, that's, I think it was on its way to Washington.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so, one more important thing, sorry. One more important thing. Rabbi Mark, you have created so many new things for the temple during these 15 years. Of them, the world-famous TBO certificate. David and I decided it would be only fitting to make one for you on your last day. Remember when I asked you to send me a copy of mine?
Oh, okay.
From TBO, your own certificate, wishing you a happy retirement, Mazel Tov. And David's going to read it for you.
Okay.
Yes. This is my last official thing as co-president of this temple, okay? And I do say something once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbi,
Yes.
This is our first ever.
First ever.
First ever. It's never been done before.
No.
Not at this temple, and definitely not under my supervision. We have never given a Yom Prisha Sameach certificate, which means in Hebrew, happy retirement certificate. And we're not going to read the whole thing, but it's a special certificate given in honor of your retirement. First one we've ever given, hopefully the last one we give, I don't know, at least in my lifetime. Rabbi, it's been a true honor. I'm not going to say goodbye, we're going to say lehitraot.
Lehitraot.
And I know we will meet again. I want you to know I've earned a lot of mitzvah points, and if I need a witness with me in front, then...
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
And I'll be there for you too.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you. Happy retirement.
Camping thing on.
Yeah. It's really pretty cute. Well done, guys. Well done.
I forgot to add this. I'm sorry. There's one for the temple we're going to be putting on the wall near the tech table. So it has all the names of all of the tech people. Thank you, Ted and Noel.
Ted and Noel, where are you guys? Right there in the back. Thank you. Lovely. Let us move to the conclusion of our service with the words of the Aleinu. The adoration will be on the screen in front of you or on page 282 in your prayer books. I invite us to rise as we are able.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כחתם, וגורר עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We continue responsively. And then all that has divided us will merge.
And then compassion will be wedded to power.
And then softness will come to a world that is harsh and unkind.
And then both men and women will be gentle.
And then both women and men will be strong.
And then no person will be subject to another's will.
And then all will be rich and free and varied.
And then the greed of some will give way to the needs of many.
And then all will share equally in the earth's abundance.
And then all will care for the sick and the weak and the old.
And then all will nourish the young.
And then all will cherish life's creatures.
And then all will live in harmony with each other and the earth.
And then everywhere will be called Eden once again. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו
Our thoughts now turn to those who have departed this earth, those who live on in our hearts and in our memories, and in the place we call Olam Haba, the world to come. We call to mind one for whom we're observing the Shloshim, the 30 days since his death, Jack Paivo, the uncle of Cher Kritchmar, and Cher, our hearts go out to you, the death of your uncle. To his name, we link the names of those whose yahrzeits have occurred during this past week: Rose Lutzy Sokol, Henry Bluestone, Kitty Goldpaint, David Zimmerman, Jenny Newman, Pauline Dean, Albert Abraham Hanan, Betty Small, Robert Joseph Fadem, Bob Lassen, Abe Gordon, Jack Dezen, Miriam Rosen, Harriet Lefton, Maurice Rosenblum, Stephen J. Paskus, Maurice Small, Mary Rechtman, Dina Torak, Charlotte Abrams, Ethel Shine, Philip Shukin, and David Aarons. To their names, we link the names of those for whom we are observing the Kaddish period: Mary Lewis, Joel Lowenstein, Arthur Krieger, Maria Paulus Osborne, Ellen Hope Tews, Martin Becker, Nahama Fragoso, Allegra Gordon, Cyrus Sade, May Salinger, Myron Crystal, Molly Abraham, Phyllis Royce, Barbara Milton, Sandy Zwern, David Blochtine, Robbie Bush, and Rita Manning. If there's a loved one whom you are remembering, I invite you to share that name at this time. To those that we've named aloud, and to those that we keep named in the quiet places of our hearts and memories, we link as well the names and memories of the men and women of our armed forces who have given their lives for our liberties and our freedoms, those who have given their lives for our safety here at home, members of our police, our firefighters and other first responders, and the members of the Israeli Defense Forces who continue to give their lives for the hope of peace. Zechronam Livracha. May their memories always be for a blessing as we share together the words of our Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, B'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, B'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, B'agalau v'zman kariv imru, Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'olam u'almei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, V'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, Shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May all of us who mourn and all of us who are bereaved, may we find through God's eternal presence a source of strength, courage, and hope, above all a source of shalom, of peace, and let us all say, amen. I invite us to be seated for a moment while the cantor and I share in our Kiddush. Following the Kiddush, we're going to close with a special song for us all. We'll do Motzi, and then please, in the social hall, we will all gather for some food, some nosh, hugs and kisses, and conversations. With the words of our Kiddush, we are grateful for all the blessings with which we have been bestowed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uv'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim. Kivanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava u'ratzon, yinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. I invite us to rise as we are able. If you are comfortable putting your arms around the shoulder of someone next to you, please do so. If you're comfortable holding their hands, please do so. As this serves as Cantor's and my final song with you, we are going to sing Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazik.
Candles burn in the window on this Friday night. Listen close and look within. Be part of our life.
We're singing together joyfully, la la la, passing love along. Sorry. Shabbos keeps our family. Week by week, we're growing strong. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak,
v'nit
chazek.
As we're teaching our children,
they'll be teaching us too. Book by book from the Torah, each one reads like new. The tree of life is growing. It started from a seed. We give it love and caring. It gives us the strength we need. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Grass grows through the sidewalk, between the tiny cracks. Sun pokes through on the grayest day and shines upon our backs. Strength comes not from power, strength is being whole. Fall asleep feeling empty, wake up with a brand new soul. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Life may
offer you
hurdles, stumble, bruise your pride. Pick yourself up, now you know the strength you need comes from inside. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. With our motzi, we are grateful for all that sustains us physically and nourishes us spiritually.
Baruch
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, b'tei avon. Shabbat shalom, everyone.